Hey everyone, welcome to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel where we talk about some of the hottest topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more on a daily basis. You're getting consistent contact here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We're also live on the Kempire Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our podcast interviews. I actually have a few interviews that I need to share there very soon, so stay tuned for that. Look, I am busy working on the content. So sometimes when the maintenance of getting everything together, it takes a little bit of time because it's just me in my kitchen. Shut up, TikTok. TikTok, head on over to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel or Kempire Radio YouTube channel. We are live also on the Kempire on Facebook, live on Periscope. I didn't even know Periscope was still around. We're also live on, I forgot where, I just looked at my screen. We're live on Twitch, the Kempire. Okay. Oh, and we're also live on the Kempire Radio Facebook fan page. So look, we're on multiple platforms tonight. I want to talk about a couple of things. I want to talk about Latoya Forever's interview with Kandi on Speak On It. I also want to talk about the Watch What Happens live interview that Sidora did and how she addressed a couple of different issues, including the whole wig and profit situations. We're going to talk all about that. And I'm going to have you guys call in and share your thoughts on both. I gave you homework. If you don't follow my community tab, you should be, because I gave you some homework. I want to talk about this Speak On It interview that Drew did. If not, I'll let you know what was said. I mean, I thought I was going to get more from it. We'll talk. Let me do a quick just hello to everyone in the chat. Hey, Diana. Hey, Monique. Well, not paid by Monique. Hey, Barry. Hey, Naomi. Who else is in here? Who's commenting? Just minding my business, aka Pink Lady Ebony. Hey, Nicole. I see you guys. All right. For those that are here watching it, be sure to like this video. I'm going to open up my notes because I took some notes because, I try to do my homework when I watch these things. And I took some notes about some of the things that Latoya was saying in regards to Falynn, in regards to Drew, in regards to her relationship with Kenya. Look, I took some notes, but give me a second. I want to make sure that I link the proper things in the chat area. Hold on one second. Actually, I can post it in here. Ooh, let me mute that. I'm going to post the call-in number so you guys can call in. So Latoya finally did a Speak On It with Kandi. Speak On It, it's become really, really popular. A lot of people are saying that Kandi Speak On It is far better than Watch What Happens Live or some of these other shows that are covering the housewives. And that's partially because it's Kandi, and also partially because Kandi has it in with all of the housewives, so she's able to have them on her platform. So I think it's actually really good. I've cited and talked about a couple of the Speak On It's that she's done, including the one that she did with Kenya Moore. And we'll talk about Kenya because Latoya talked about Kenya in her Speak On It. I do know that Kandi tried a couple of times to have Latoya on Speak On It, but she flaked. And they talked a little bit about that. And Latoya really tried to reverse it on Kandi and say, every time I call you, you're never around. Because, Kandi is busy. But it looks like when Kandi does plan something with her, she's flaked a couple of times. And look, if you followed Latoya on the Real Housewives of Atlanta this season, she seems like a flake. Look, I'm going to admit it. I liked Latoya in the beginning. That love affair ended pretty quickly. Just saying. For those that are here, be sure to like this video. If you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. We go live multiple times during the week, but you're also getting daily content on some of your favorite celebrities here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We're also live on my podcast YouTube channel, Kempire Radio. So just in case you're watching there, hello. We're also live on the Kempire on Facebook and the Kempire Radio Network on Facebook. And we're live on Twitch, the Kempire, and we're live on Periscope via Twitter. Hello, world. We're everywhere today. But look, wherever we're able to reach the people. All right. Okay. Let me post this call-in number here. You guys can call in. And for those that are calling in, again, please just make sure that all tabs are closed. Please make sure that you know what you're doing. Okay. Okay. let me just close this out because I don't want this to go off and break my own rule. Let's talk about this Latoya Forever interview that Kandi did. So there were a few different things. So the whole thing that we saw with Kenya and Latoya's relationship, the way that Latoya was making it seem, she was making it seem as if this relationship or this very crush situation was more on Kenya's side. And she was just cool with it because it's Kenya. And she alluded that Kenya got naked in front of her. And then Kandi was like, well, was she just getting naked in front of you just to be like, oh, you know, I need to lose weight here or something like that? And she's like, yeah. And then she insinuated a lot. And I think Latoya likes to insinuate a lot. And I don't know if I believe everything that Latoya says. I'll just say that. It's hard to believe Latoya. Latoya doesn't give me a lot of credibility in the things that she says because I feel like she likes the shock value of saying certain things and associating herself. So backtracking just a little bit, we talked about her relationships waning with a lot of the ladies. But based on what she's saying, you know, she still has a good friendship with Kandi. But based on the interview, you could tell that friendship is still developing. Even though she knew Latoya before the show, that friendship has not really built or evolved, you know, beyond a casual knowing each other. She did say that she speaks to Kenya on a weekly basis. So there's still a friendship there, despite it having its ups and downs during the Real Housewives of Atlanta season. She said she would like to build a relationship with Porsha, so that relationship is not there. Yes, I know you guys have heard rumors. Did Porsha leave the Real Housewives of Atlanta? Look, no. I don't believe those rumors. And you don't know anything. You know, look, they filmed the reunion not too long ago. Usually contracts are sent out after the reunion. I wouldn't put it past someone like Porsha, who just recently said, you know, if I've built up enough clout in, you know, not even clout, whatever word she used, to be able to ask them to remove, you know, a scene, then so be it. I've worked long and hard to have this sort of, so she thinks very highly of herself. And a lot of you have said in the comments, oh, Porsha thinks that she's Nene. I think someone needs to let Porsha know she's not Nene. We love Porsha. Don't get me wrong. So all you Porsha fans, calm down. We love Nene and we love Porsha. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. Porsha is definitely one of the most evolved housewives over the years. However, she still is no Nene. I'm just saying. Can we all agree with that? Let me know in the comments. Rob, shout out to my moderators that are in the building. Rob, Diana. I don't know who else I made a moderator. If you would like to be a moderator, let me know this live and I will. First of all, just check your credentials. Then I will make you a moderator. You know what, Audrey, I need to make you a moderator because you're in here and you've been going strong for forever. Hold on. Let me just make sure I do that while I'm thinking of it. I would make not paid by Monique a moderator, but she's usually live with us, so she's not focused on moderating. Oh my gosh! All right. Oh wait, I have to make Lonnie. I'm making you a moderator. I know you're not asking, but I'm making you one. I need moderators. Look, our team is growing. Our audience is growing. I got to keep people in check. Rob said, I just watched The Friendsmas again, and it was funnier. I howled at the gift exchange. I need to rewatch it too. I think I need to rewatch it. Nicole Spence, I don't like Porsha. I felt I needed to go live again because a lot has transpired since Sunday's episode. And look, it's only Tuesday, and I feel like there's so much more to talk about. I can't wait to watch the reunion. I posted a couple of clips from some behind the scenes moments from the reunion. So if you have not checked that out on the Kempire Daily YouTube page, check that out. They were talking about their fashions, and Porsha couldn't remember who her dress was made by. So she had to go check. Well, she knew, but she couldn't remember the exact name. So a lot of you were suspicious because it looked very much like the dress that she wore to Cynthia's wedding. It was from the same designer. A lot of you were shady saying that, oh, it looks like they just repurposed the dress. Stop it. So they just went around the room. Kandi knew exactly who her designer was. Cynthia knew who her designer was, and Kenya. And I didn't realize Kenya's dress, the sparkles went up her neck. I was like, okay, look, it's all about the details. So we go back to Drew. Drew, oh, she's like, oh yeah, my dress is the same designer as Cynthia, and she still gets the name wrong. I can't with Drew. Like when you're trying to give Drew a moment, you just can't. Look, it is what it is. If you want to see those moments, you can check out those moments. They also talked about, and I'm not sure if this is actually going to air. This is just what has leaked online in regards to what happened at the reunion. They asked who was the shadiest. And I felt that Porsha was shading Latoya because people were saying, Kenya is the shadiest. And then, some people said, oh, Latoya. And then Porsha was like, well, I thought we were talking about peach holders. Just the way she said it. I was like, that's a little shady, but they can be shady. Not to say there's beef between Porsha and Latoya, because there really wasn't anything between them. But let's talk about, so as I was saying, backtracking to Latoya on Kandi's Speak on It. So she alleges that Kenya was the one that had more of an attraction to Latoya. And I'm like, Latoya, you're cute, but you're not that cute. I'm just saying. Am I wrong? I'm just saying. And then I've been watching some old videos of Latoya, and I see what you guys are saying that have been fans of Latoya for a very long time. She has done a lot of stuff to her face. And not good stuff. It doesn't look natural. It seems like she really almost, I mean, come on, Latoya. But they talked about everything in this interview, which I can appreciate, including her relationship with Falynn, the things that have gone on with Falynn, the things that have gone on with Drew. So let's talk about it. Let's examine some of the things that were said. I'm going to post a link in the chat. So if you guys want to call in, hold on. Share your. You don't have to call in, but I'm just posting it just in case anybody wants to call in and share their thoughts. I only posted it on YouTube. I'm posting it on all of the platforms. Okay. So I really didn't care about the Kenny question. She calls Kenya Kenny. So I guess instead of Mark calling Kenya Ken, now Latoya is calling Kenya Kenny. Whatever. I didn't care about the parts where she was talking about Kenya. Honestly, I don't believe anything about that relationship. I do believe they have a friendship that's authentic. Good for them. But in regards to Falynn, so Kandi asked Latoya about why she thought that Falynn looked like a woman that would date someone older and date someone that has money. She says, oh, she just looks that way. She just looks like someone. I was looking at Falynn and I'm like, I know some women that kind of look that way. I don't feel like Falynn does. Fallynn's a beautiful girl, but it doesn't scream to me. I don't know. That's just me. But this was the tea that I spoke about before in regards to, she alleges that Falynn, when they were doing the whole Kandi cares and, raising money, and, Kandi shaded some people in her commentary that some people were more generous than others. And we all alluded that she was talking about Kenya. And then Don Vaughn in one of the Speak on It pretty much confirmed what we thought. And I'm not sure how much Kenya donated, but at least she donated, because Latoya is saying that Falynn was acting like she was going to donate. She's like, oh, is there a limit on, what was it? A limit on Cash App on how much you can donate? And then she asked Kandi, did Falynn donate? And Kandi was like, no, she didn't. But at that time, we really didn't know each other. But why act like you're going to donate and don't donate? That is a little bootleg. But it also says to me that Kandi is talking about this to her people, because how did Latoya know that Falynn didn't donate beforehand this interview? She knew because Kandi told her. Kandi, you're not being a good girl. Just saying. Not being a good girl. She also talked a lot about Falynn having 3 baby daddies. And then she was like, is that the norm? And Kandi was trying to defend her. She's like, you know what? I don't want to come down on women that might be in the same situation. I get it. But when you think about it, it's a little messy. And I like Falynn, but I'm just saying it's a little messy. And then she also said that Falynn, and I wish Kandi would have asked Latoya this, but maybe she already knew the answer because she was there. But the whole allegation that Falynn said that Latoya had said to her Ching Chong during their interaction where Falynn was like Trini. I wish you would have asked that. I don't think they're going to ask that at the reunion. I need one of you guys to come on my show so I can ask you that. Was that said? If it was said, do you apologize? Because I haven't heard Latoya apologize for saying something like that. But Latoya also revealed that Falynn allegedly threatened to kill her whole family. I mean, you came in her house, you disrespected her house, you disrespected her hosting, you disrespected her family, you called her a racial slur, allegedly. I don't know. So let's move on. We get into Drew. She talks about Drew. She says Drew needs a fashion stylist, but we all agree with that. She didn't say anything we didn't know. She said her wigs were tired. They talked a little bit about Friendsmiths, and we're going to talk about Friendsmiths in a second. We're going to talk about that. We just do. Diana says, I thought it was interesting that Latoya was supposed to be a peach holder, but couldn't because of her kids not filming. I thought everyone knew that, but look, they didn't talk about that on the show, so I understood why that came up in the interview. So just to reiterate, Latoya, like all the housewives, and I've said this multiple times when I was talking about the Real Housewives of Potomac, and then when I was talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, they sign contracts, but those contracts doesn't say, oh, friend of or housewife. Marlo's might. But they usually find out after filming with you what your story will be. So like Mia Thornton, that supposedly is supposed to start to be a part of the Real Housewives of Potomac. We're thinking she's going to be a housewife, but based on what she gives us, she may end up being just a friend of. We don't know. We didn't see her in that little sneak peek. If you didn't see that little sneak peek, be sure to check that out on my page as well. Okay. Let me just backtrack just a little bit. So Kandi had to ask her all these questions in regards to the profit lot. There's a lot of stuff. And because we're talking about profit lot, I think it's perfect timing to bring up the woman that continues to change her name, because I think she's having an identity crisis. Are you having an identity crisis? What's happening? You're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
I owe myself because can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Well, that's the story of my life, actually. You hit the chord here. Um, in Brazil, they used to call me not even Arab, they used to call me Turkish. When I went to Lebanon, they called me Brazilian. And when I come here, they ask me where you're from. I don't know. So yeah, I have an identity crisis.
We're unpacking a lot tonight, Miriam.
A lot, a lot. It's you. You bring everything out.
I want to. Of course, you watched the Speak on It with Latoya, didn't you?
And I have a confession. That was the reason why I was MIA on Sunday.
Oh, because you were watching that.
Yes. When I got the notification and Latoya is there, I'm like, I need to watch this.
And what was your initial
Sorry.
reaction?
My initial reaction is that, listen, Latoya, she has a lot of flaws. And I feel like because she's younger, she's not as wise as the older ones.
Mm-hmm.
And there is an endearing quality to her. There really is.
You
With
think so?
all her messiness. Yes, she really won me over. I didn't feel her when I knew what was going on in her life, but like outside the show. But then again, I'm like, who is to judge? We don't know what really goes on there. I still hope that her and her ex-husband they come to terms, you know. But like, who are we to judge? We don't know. We can't really fault her, and she might be acting up. And let's face it, and let's admit, if it wasn't for her and Kenya, there was no show. There was
I mean,
no
they pointed
show.
that out. They
Kenya
pointed that
did the
out during the interview.
investigation. Yeah. Listen, Kenya did the like was a bad hostess review
Uh-oh, you're mute. I can't hear you.
I'm back. Can you hear
There you
me?
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she gave a lot for you to talk about her hosting skills or lack thereof, and it was all about Latoya all the time, and this is why
And she was trending on
Kandi,
Twitter every Sunday.
Kandi, the genius, she knows that Latoya Forever is trending. She brings her, and Candy's on a mission. Kandi will have her hold the peach. Mark my
Oh.
words. And if I'm wrong,
Oh.
I will you guys can I will disappear. I will disappear.
You will disappear. We're gonna
I
mark
will
your
try.
words, Miriam, on that. Even despite the rumors that Latoya will not be asked back for another season, you're saying no, she's gonna be asked back and she's going to be holding a peach.
Yes, she will, because even Kandi, when about that question, who's the shadiest? Kandi brought her up because it's true. Latoya is shady, as shady can be. She really she's gonna wear that crown. She's
Well,
like
it was interesting because Andy Cohen was on Wendy Williams today, and Wendy was sharing her thoughts on the women of Atlanta. And she said she actually likes Latoya, but she doesn't like Drew. And Andy was like, oh, he was trying to keep a very stone face because he doesn't want to make it seem any other way. However, when Wendy asked him about a cast shakeup, he says, we're always looking at options. So he didn't say no, we have a good cast. He said that before, where no, we have a really good cast of women. We're not looking to shake things up. So the fact that he didn't own that this time around says a lot.
Oh yeah, and let's face it, Drew, when she came on the show, everybody instantly liked her.
Who?
So Drew at the beginning.
Who did?
At the beginning.
Who liked
you
her?
Didn't like her? No, in the beginning, not now. Now I don't like her at all. I don't.
I mean, I was on the fence with Drew in the beginning too.
Well, but
I didn't love her, but I was open to her.
I mean, nobody was repulsed by her at
all. Okay.
Okay. Let me rephrase that. Thank you for keeping me on check, Kempire. Thank you. So
because I was like, I don't really love her.
Latoya was different. Latoya, from her first scene, she made everybody say what? Like when she made that comment about her, about the age of Fallon's husband.
Yes.
So from
she came
that,
out swinging.
So what is easier for you to turn around and make people like me? I'm very critical of the housewives. Come on, I have an opinion. I don't have a YouTube channel.
Oh, you?
Exactly. So my point is, she's like, mãe, eu tô no telefone, mãe. Eu tô no telefone, mãe.
I love it.
Eu tô no telefone, mãe. My mom.
This is
my mom made their cameo. Yeah.
Hi, Mom. I just want to read this comment. Rob says, I think Latoya will be asked back. Latoya has some unpacking to do with her cheaterization. Okay, yeah. Rob. And dating life now that she's divorced and getting divorced. No, she's divorced now. She's officially divorced.
So this is my thing. From that to now we like her. And from maybe liking her and now not standing Drew. So Drew really, she really, it was like she killed herself. She really did. She wants to pretend she's the holiest of them all. She's like, she wants to preach, but she doesn't practice what she preaches. And to be honest,
especially when she's around Bolo.
No, not really. Not only Bolo, forget Bolo. I mean,
I know.
There's deep feelings there towards the prophet.
Let's talk about the prophet, especially because your name is Prophet Forever.
Yeah, Prophet Forever. Yeah.
Because during this Kandi speak on it, they do talk about the prophet. And according to Latoya, she's denying any funny business. I don't believe her. However, she says she went for a month and a half to get counsel from him. Yeah. But Drew was on Watch What Happens Live on Sunday and said that there was more to that cassette recording. There was more to it. First of all, why was it on a cassette? I know we talked about that on Sunday, but I just feel like I don't understand. But apparently there was more on the cassette. But what, Drew? What was on the cassette?
I will tell you what. There is more that proves her wrong.
Probably.
And she was like, she's so ignorant. I'm sorry. People of Chicago should disclaim her. and she tell her, do not mention us anymore. Because you know what she did? She said that Georgia is a two-party state law, like both parties have to give the consent for a recording to come up. No, that's not true. It's one state. So yes, she's lying to her teeth from here to here.
Well, you know what? Drew tries to act like she knows a lot, and she doesn't.
She
The
doesn't
same way
know.
she thought that she had the best stylist in Hollywood. I was like, girl,
we saw that.
I hope who does your hair ran for the hills.
Exactly. But that's the thing. She, like, from not being repulsed by her and maybe intrigued by what's going on in her life to this, she is such a liar. She is like, she didn't apply by the rules. Everybody was pissed at her. Like, let's face it. Like, we know of Porsha, like, who is loyal to her, she's loyal to them, and she even pissed Porsha with the gift.
Yeah, because Porsha was like,
this is not $1,000 gift. And who are you to decide to which foundation I want to donate? Like, she picked the Humane Society, and she brought a cat in a wig, and even in a cat carrier. That is like, that joke wasn't lost on me. She brought Humane Society.
I mean, it was a great joke, but she does say during this Watch What Happens Live interview is that was one of the things that she regretted, is that she should have brought another gift along with that gag gift. That's something she should have just given to Latoya or Kenya and not be a part of the white elephant party. I'm going to bring Lonnie up. Yeah. Lonnie.
Hey, how are you?
We are fantastic.
Miriam.
How are you?
Like, Miriam's the best.
What were your? Have you seen Speak on It with Latoya Forever and Kandi?
Yeah, I mean, there were some parts I like fast work, so I was just like, let's get to it. Like, sometimes I'm just like, people just don't have that kind of time. I'm like, can we bullet point, get clip notes or something?
Mind you, I'm here taking notes. Y'all are fast forwarding.
But it's funny because I want to actually say something, because you brought something up about the Wendy Williams show, and this is why I think after the 2-year contract with Drew, she will not be back. Drew, Andy has, and if you look at the past and stuff, people who are very close with Andy, people who can be in Andy's ear, he definitely has a huge impact on who stays, who leaves, and so forth, and who he would fight for to stay on the show and leave. I think with Wendy saying that,
especially Wendy,
this will be Drew's last season. They will
he
not
listens
want
to Wendy.
a contract with her.
And then here's the reason why he might listen to Wendy is because Wendy's audience is the audience that watches The Real Housewives of Atlanta.
She's us.
Exactly. So this will be Drew's last season, and I'm glad, because she's boring. She doesn't bring anything. And I mean, she tries to create these things to create a storyline, and it doesn't. It's like putting a bad worm on a fish hook and no fish bite to it.
Yeah, she's done that a few times during the season.
And no one really cares. So it's like she tries so hard. You know, the biggest thing, I mean, that we all wanted to know was, who was your man with in Tampa?
Well, that's going to be answered, I hope, at the reunion.
People would have been more interested in that than her creating all of these weak storylines that she was trying to hold on to. I think she would have been better and more entertaining seeing that story evolve. And I'm surprised producers didn't have her push on that.
Well, according to the interview that she did with Andy on Watch What Happens Live, she says that she regrets having that conversation on TV. Why do you regret that, girl? That's real.
Exactly. It is very real.
Where was he?
I mean,
it is the one that shows how
like recording people on 1980s cassette tapes. I don't even remember the last time I had a cassette tape.
Rob says Drew struggles with being non-scripted. She's used to memorizing scripts. Another season, and she will get the hang of reality TV. We don't want to give her another season, Rob. Here's the thing with that whole rumor that she has 2 seasons in her contract. Look, let's not forget, Bravo could easily buy her out of that contract. They could be like, no, we much rather pay you to leave because you're not going to bring us what we need. And that's ratings. That's more money in advertisers. She's not it.
They don't even need to buy her out. They can just not put her content, and they can cut her out.
That's true too.
Say, yeah, they can do that. They can come to a point, okay, maybe we take you out
You're muted. I can't hear you.
I can see you guys. I don't know.
That's so weird. You know, StreamYard. Look.
Remember Kim Fields? She came only one season. So Drew is lying to her teeth, and one cringy moment, and I could not believe that Porsha, the self-proclaimed grown woman, she nodded when she said, "Well, I'm from Chicago. You throw something at me, I will come at you." First of all, the wig did not touch.
It went over her head.
Drew. And she had to put her hand up to pick it up. And second, her hatred towards Latoya. You know what I feel like she did? You know, let me give this example. Like, I like you, Kempire, but I really do like. But anyhow, I just want to talk to you. So and I know you're a spiritual healer, and I know that Lonnie, she needs help. I'm like, just to have content and a reason to talk to you, I'll bring Lonnie to you. And that totally backfired her, because she's attracted to the prophet, and the prophet and Latoya, they were flirting. Maybe this is why she hates her so much.
You know, here, can we examine the prophet situation, especially because your name is Prophet Forever? It's very weird to me, because when she introduced us to the Prophet Lot, she made it seem like Prophet Lot was a friend of the family, like he was important to the family. But you're throwing him under the bus on reality TV.
Exactly.
Like, I don't understand the reasoning behind that. And maybe we'll get clarification during the reunion on Sunday. But it's just very strange to me that this is such an important person in your life that you want blessing your 5-year-old. How old is her daughter? Her daughter seemed too old. What are you getting a blessing
7,
for?
I think. I have no idea.
Look, I need to get a blessing.
Done as a baby, but it made it seem like, and it doesn't seem like they don't have that close relationship. And I mean, the way she was going at it, I mean, you would have thought that was her brother, like an actual family member.
No, that was her boyfriend.
But that's the part I don't understand. Even if it was this close relationship, you're throwing him under the bus, saying that he's engaged and has a baby, and you're making him look crazy. You're not making Latoya look crazy.
But if you looked at the Christmas scene, a lot of them are like, okay, well, how many years ago was he married? She was like, oh, but it was years ago. But people are engaged. No. It was years ago. Like it's you're digging yourself a bigger grave right there in that scene. And you look stupid and you look depressed.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like, I don't understand why these women don't call her out and literally lay her out like they have done many of
Kandi did, though. One thing I have to give it to Kandi. Yes. Kandi was the one that did.
She definitely did. But I'm just like, I don't know. It's just like, Drew just needs to go away, because I can't. I need to take a Tylenol. This is why I fast forward a lot past her storyline.
I want to backtrack to what Miriam said in regards to what Drew was saying on Watch What Happens Live. So along with Latoya throwing the wig over her head, it didn't even make impact. So to me, her getting so crunk, I'm not sure if there was stuff edited out. She didn't say that. If there was more to it, but it didn't seem like a lot for you to get that crunk to want to attack someone. And you knew all of those people were going to grab you. So stop trying to act like, oh my God, she's lucky. This is what she said. She's lucky I didn't make contact. She also said she's lucky I didn't call the police on her, because that technically, that throwing something at someone is, I forgot what she said, assault or whatever it may be. But I was
Porsha is nodding, and Porsha is nodding of all people.
Portia's gonna nod for whatever. Look, Portia's gonna nod for whatever.
With her history, she went after that girl in the alley. She attacked. Remember when she came at Cynthia at the boat, and and what she did with Kenya.
Kenya, she dragged her across the floor.
I'm team twirl. I left Kenya to the end.
Oh Lord!
But come on, her of all people nodding and agreeing that yeah, I'm gonna come at you physically. Girl, did you learn your lesson? See where she has Nini complex?
Wow. I want to talk, before we get on Porsha, because Porsha did a little dig at Marlo on Watch What Happens Live. Okay, I'll just mention it. She said about Marlo, when she was asked about Marlo from one of the fans, she said, well, Marlo said if I was to speak her name again, Oh, she should not speak her name again. And then she was like, I'm not going to speak because, she's a felon.
So she's a mugshot too?
Oh, she's a mugshot and she's a felon. Look, you shouldn't, because I think Marlo would be able to do something to you and get away with it.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
I agree.
But backtracking back to Drew and the Prophet Lot situation, her recording Prophet Lot, and then Latoya confirmed that when she was talking to Drew's assistant / driver, I don't know who this guy is. Maybe we should get him on the show and talk to him, because I want to have a clarification on: are you in love with the Prophet? Because it seems like you're in love with the Prophet.
Yeah. She looks like this corn.
Why are you so bothered that you're going back to Drew with this information and recording people and conversations? Like, I wouldn't trust Drew. Shouldn't trust the assistant, because why are you recording these conversations and then giving them to your boss on cassette tape? You should be fired just because you're using cassette tapes. Like, why are you giving? I would have looked at him. What in the hell is that you're giving me on a cassette tape? I would have threw that at his head, and then y'all gonna call me Naomi Campbell.
It was the worst. Like, even Andy said that was the worst receipt on the history of all housewives and all franchises. She got that award from Andy right on the spot on Watch What Happens Live. And she was looking at him like she couldn't understand why he's coming at her like that. Like, why didn't you see what I saw? Like, nobody's seeing what she saw.
No one said, including her good friend Porsha.
Porsha was all up her ass, like in Watch What Happens Live. Porsha, she just like at the
we know you don't like Porsha. You don't have to go in.
No, but it's not that. It's like, no, really, like, let's call it a spade a spade. Like, she was agreeing with her being physical. Did you learn your lesson, Porsha? Where's your growth?
Look at Porsha's face in my background.
See? And I'm talking to her. Porsha, where's your growth?
And she's looking at you like, okay. I do want to talk about a little bit about the recording. So not only did the assistant try to record, he did record Prophet Lot, he also tried to record Latoya. And Latoya said she heard him trying to record her when she was on the phone with the assistant. This assistant, I feel like we didn't get enough. I hope in the reunion they clarify some of that stuff, because if this reunion is garbage, like the Potomac reunion, I'm gonna be very upset.
I think it is garbage.
Crystal says Drew needs some water. She's thirsty.
She's dry and thirsty. Oh gosh.
She needs one of those gallon-liter jugs.
Oh damn. Some other points. So they do talk about, and Latoya speak on it with Kenya. If you're just joining us, we're talking about a little bit more unpacking of the things that have been happening on social media in regards to the ladies of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Before we even jump into that, if you're watching this video, no matter where you're watching this, we're live on Facebook. We're live on the Kempire Radio YouTube channel. We're also live on Kempire Daily YouTube channel. Be sure to like this video. Share the video if you like as well. If you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out when we go live like this or when we upload. We uploaded a new video today on Erica Girardi, aka Erica Jane. They're saying that she is having she's hitting her breaking point during this new season. I don't know if I believe that.
I don't believe it.
But check out all the tea on that particular video. You can just check out the page for that. But back to this interview, she does talk about her relationship with Kenya. So as I said to you before, I don't know. Maybe Latoya might come back. Miriam is predicting that she will come back with a peach next season. Yes, so
with a peach.
You might be right. Look, you said it here. It's recorded. Look. But she talks about her friendships with the other ladies. So it seems like she's still in a good place with most of the women. She says she still talks with Marlo. She actually has a genuine friendship with Kenya. She's working on her relationship with Kandi and actually building on that relationship. She said she would like to form a better relationship with Porsha. Not sure if that's going to happen. But she also talks about all the drama that's been going on offline with her ex-husband, Adam Ali. Ladies, did you have any thoughts on the whole Adam Ali and Latoya situation, on how that unfolded all over social media?
It was messy.
It's messy. But all divorces are messy. Listen, I remember when I was going through it, I looked at my ex-husband. I said, you are giving them 5-star vacations. Can you stop fighting me? Like, we have 3 kids. And to be honest with you, I'm not shocked it got as nasty. You know, it is nasty. And what the problem is, both of them were on where? YouTube. I wasn't on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Can you
All
imagine?
divorces. Oh gosh, yeah. So I'm
You
telling
would have been coming on my channel. Well, this mother father.
you know, I would even never say that because listen, my kids,
Yeah.
whatever happens, he's the father of the three reasons I live for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. And this is where I hope Latoya and Adam, they come like they come to grips with. They have three beautiful children. Just be cordial at least. And you know, I feel like there's more to the story, but we don't need to know anymore. We don't need to know that. I want her to hold the peach, and that's it.
For those that aren't familiar with the Latoya and Adam situation, Latoya and Adam were married for a few years. They have 3 children together. Adam did an interview with Tasha K. I didn't see anything wrong with what Adam said in that interview. Tasha K really did try to get, the juice from him, and he was really good about not. And then Latoya decided to put out a 2-part video making really damning allegations against him. So then again, he responded in regards to it. So she talked about that on Kandi Speak on It, and she just felt like all the receipts that he put out in regards to her, and they really went more towards that particular focus than what really went on between them. She spoke about that before, but you've seen that her videos. If not, you can go check out her videos to see how she feels about Adam. She just felt a way that he went and did an interview because she said that she never spoke about the relationship, which was a lie, because technically she did do a video about them separating. So she's, she does make a living from sharing her life vlogging on the internet. So I did catch that line. I was like, no, you were the first one to sort of put your relationship status situation out there on social media. But I guess she probably views it in a different way. Well, she talks about that, but she also talks about the allegations that Adam released in regards to Vaughn being with Jeffree Star. This is how Latoya is playing it. He just trained Jeffree Star. There was no relationship. She says that Vaughn is straight. Vaughn, even in one of her videos, look, the damn stuff I do for you people so you guys don't have to watch these crappy videos. I watched the video where Vaughn was talking about his relationship with, he was just, when someone protests, don't protest too much because it makes you look guilty in regards to his straightness. And I was just like,
yeah, true.
Which makes me happy.
No, yeah, you, me.
But, but no, Adam, look, no, Vaughn, I'm not that desperate. Especially if you selling it. Because I ain't buying it. I do in regards to some of the things that Latoya was saying in defense of it, I do agree with her. The way that they all were spinning it, what's wrong if he were bisexual or part of the LGBT community? It doesn't matter. But she's saying that he's not. She's saying that they sleep together all the time. She also said that he has a hairy something, and no. Yeah. And I was like, girl.
Yeah, that was so funny though.
I'll just say this as a gay man, in case you didn't know. There are plenty of gay men with hairy whatsoevers, and some people prefer that. Look. I'm just going to say, because when she said that, I was like, girl, you were so ignorant. You were so ignorant. Because they're all different types of gay guys and gay bodies and hair, no hair.
Maybe he's like her.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. I've been spinning. Go ahead, Miriam.
She slurped some peach juice, So maybe he does the same thing. Maybe he's fluid too.
That's what I thought. I said, maybe they just have an understanding. But the way she made it seem in this particular conversation with Kandi, she was like, no. But he'd be laying her out.
Maybe he's not ready. Isn't this a story he needs to tell? Maybe she was protecting him. Maybe one day, I feel like when someone wants to come out, they can't be outed. They have to come out.
That's
so maybe
true.
Maybe she did that. Honestly, I loved Latoya in the Speak on It. I loved
Really?
her. She was shady. Listen, I've been here every day. I missed your show because I was watching that. I couldn't, I was like, wow, Kandi is smart. Kandi's so
Lonnie,
smart.
I want to hear what was your overall feeling after watching Latoya on Kandi Speak on It? Did it change your mind about her?
No, not at all. I mean, Latoya is Latoya, and she's definitely someone that she makes no apologies for anything. She just does her own thing and can care less what anyone else thinks about it. The situation between her and her, I mean, it was like so much back and forth. It was like watching like a ping pong match. It was just like so much with the back and forth and this and that and all of this. And with Latoya and her husband, and I think that maybe they'll bring this more, especially if you think that she's going to get a peach, possibly. We may see more, play out and understand most of it. But I think Kandi is a very smart interviewer, getting what she wants, without a direct answer, but will allude to it so that you will want to explain more than what she's asking for. If you watch how she interviews, and so I think it's very interesting how she does that.
I also know there's a lot of editing, so I want to know what is left out.
Exactly what got left on the cutting room floor. But I think it's very interesting because Latoya just went on and alluded to more and explained even more. And Kandi wasn't even asking for that much tea, but she kind of, the way she, does that make sense? Like the way she kind of phrased it and stuff. I was just more enamored by like how she got that information. So and maybe
Latoya was waiting to spill that information
on the Housewives to get that kind of dirt and mastered that way from her just being on the Housewives.
This is true.
Getting that information.
I want to say
she's like that in all her interviews, by the way.
Yeah.
When you watch, even like when Cynthia went there, it was extremely entertaining.
Yeah.
Like I signed up for the show, like for the channel, because when I watched Wanna Speak on It, I really I was hooked.
I'll say this: I don't watch everyone. I do watch the ones where I feel like, oh, I might want to see this person. I don't watch everyone.
You need to watch all of them, and and Porsha, her even when she went on the live, it was kind of like, I need to say my piece. Well, what's her name? Like Kandi, she said from the first Speak on It this season, she said the invitation is open to all of them. I just want to keep it clear. The ones who do not come here and appear on my show is because they do not want to. When they want, I will make it happen. And and so I was shocked. If Porsha was really smart, instead of doing her live, she would have went on Speak on It, because he would have had her fan base and Kandi's fan base.
But they could have had a conversation as opposed to just a one-way conversation. Let me just bring up something else. St. J, I'm going to bring you up. St. J, what are your thoughts on? Oh, hello.
Hi. Yes.
Hi. How are you?
I'm great.
What are your thoughts on everything that we've been talking about?
Okay.
Hello?
I have a lot of thoughts. I think that Latoya really cleaned herself up. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Woo!
I think there might be a delay.
Okay. I think that Latoya really cleaned herself up the last half of the season.
Okay.
And I know that she spent the entire first half burning every bridge she could touch. But I think that after watching Kandi Speak on It, I think that something and being friends with Kandi and Kenya could really save her for another season.
I agree. So Miriam might be right. Look, I'm willing to say Miriam's right. And I said at the top of this live, I feel like the rumors that we were hearing that Latoya might not be back were legitimate. However, because she's trying to build back the relationship with some critical players, that may have changed things for her.
I know they're saying cast shakeup, but let's be honest, I don't see Kandi and Kenya both being dismissed. So
no.
I think that them not being both dismissed leaves room for Toya, at least as a friend. I mean, if Shamea is going to be allowed to be on the show, I mean...
Oh, God, no.
Can we talk a little bit about Shamea? So during Kandi's speak on it, so she was asking her thoughts on the other ladies, and this was interesting. She said this about Cynthia. She just felt that, she likes Cynthia, but she feels like Cynthia will carry her business to the other ladies. And I was like, oh, that's probably true, though.
Okay, so Cynthia has to be doing something that keeps her around. So I'm guessing that's the something. Like, she... because you cannot be in the mess but facilitate the mess. And Cynthia,
she's a bone carrier.
Cynthia is the person that's actually friendly with everyone on the cast.
Yeah. I'm okay with Cynthia coming back.
And she's also a producer favorite too.
Okay.
Wait 1 second, Lonnie.
She's also a producer favorite too. If you're a producer fave, they're going to keep you on the show.
And when we say producer favorite, we're saying advertisers favorite too.
Absolutely.
You have to remember that they're relying on advertisers, and certain characters are not going to be as advertiser friendly. And Kandi and Cynthia are advertiser friendly. That's why you'll see them in ads in between the episodes.
Remember the Black Lives Matter party that they made for Porsha?
Yes.
I believe Lauren, Porsha's sister, that she sent that text message to Cynthia right away, but Cynthia held that.
Oh,
yeah, I believe that Cynthia knows.
Whoever says Cynthia is the vanilla. No, she is the chocolate. She's the cocoa in the chocolate. Like,
you don't
Cynthia,
make it on reality TV for 10 years and you don't know how to play. Like, I believe that Cynthia knows how to play, and she knows how to play Cynthia. Like, she knows how to, like, oh, Cynthia's boring, but Cynthia's in the back, like, ooh, Kenya, ooh, like, not necessarily stirring it up, but she's definitely passing it along.
And I know her storyline for next season. It's not buying a new house. If she's buying a new house, it's because her family is growing. Did you guys notice her daughter's belly in her wedding?
Oh, here you go.
No,
seriously. They're saying Noelle's pregnant. Several months.
Several months.
Pregnant. Noelle is pregnant. Mark my words.
Okay. Frankie J says, I would love for Kenya's cousin Shay to be a friend. I'm discerning that she might be with the shits. I really would like to see her aunt and her cousin more on the show. I liked when they were more a part of the show. I don't understand why they're not. Who knows? Maybe it's just they don't want that type of fame. Maybe after being on the show, they just saw the comments and things like that, and they were not about that. So that might be part of it. But we do get to see your cousin every once in a while. I don't know. I would like to see more of them. I don't understand why we don't. Because that's our only family that lives near her.
Yeah, Kenya's family really grounds her. Like, I think that she's
her dad
and devil amongst the ladies. So when we can see her with like her family or like with Brandon, where she's just a little more like normal-ish,
likable, yeah.
And we didn't see Brandon this season. Like, where's Brandon? I know Brandon's in California, but come on, come shoot with us for a few months. Stay with me.
Exactly.
I mean, he's not acting right now, right? Look, I mean, no shade, Brandon. I'm just saying.
But they do. I agree with that. Like, they bring like a more softer, more humanized Kenya to the show. When she is around them, it's a completely different side that you see of her. When she's always not on the defense with the ladies and whatnot. But I like that side of Kenya that we get to see when she is with her family and Brandon.
Yeah. And the producers don't want to show her side. That side, they want her to be the villain. I am 100% sure, at least with her cousin, the chef, there was more. There's more scenes, but they were all edited out. They can.
I mean, I'm sure there's so much that they filmed. I mean, they were filming months before that. So, and they fast forwarded to a lot. I mean, it is what it is. We have to also remember and keep that in mind that it is a reality show. One other thing that, for those that are just joining us, don't forget to like this video wherever you're watching it, be it on YouTube or on Facebook. And if you're watching this afterwards, don't forget to like, comment, let us know your thoughts. You might disagree with the entire panel. I'm okay with that. We'll interact and have a conversation. And if you're not
under the bus.
Always. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on breaking news. You're getting daily hot topics here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We're also live on the Kempire Radio YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed there, be sure to subscribe. I want to point out one thing from this Kandi and Latoya speak on it. She talked about Shamea, and she said this. She says Shamea is great off camera, but on camera, she is Porsha's pit bull.
I hate when they make those "this person's so good" off camera comments because, I mean,
but I believe that.
But I will say that I do believe Shamea plays the role, because even Kandi was like kind of taken back multiple times this season, like, "Oh my gosh, you're going this hard for Porsha? Like, girl, I'm your friend too. You don't do all this for me."
It's true. I didn't like Shamea this season.
And the way she was defending the numbers when they were pulling the numbers for the white elephant gift. Like everybody said, well, they're not here. Why they will get any good number? And
it's not like they were just like 10 minutes late, half hour late. They were 3.5 hours late.
That was like
they should have did a Nene and like you can't get it, but they're lucky it was Cynthia's house.
They need to take a pay cut, because if that was Nene, they wouldn't be allowed in. This is the thing. I can't stand that. That's so disrespectful in all levels to everybody, because then they have this content that they're waiting. They're not going to play before they come. They're not going to eat before they come.
Luckily, they didn't wait on them.
And also, to your point, that locks the other ladies are now stuck there because they're in agreement that they're filming the scene. Like, they know that they're filming the conclusion scene of the season. So, like, there's the ones that were on time are stuck.
Facts. And I'm sure producers and people who are filming were pissed that you're this late, because now you're holding up everybody's schedule. Like, at the end of the day, this is a job. This is a show. So the fact that she was that late, it was just like, are you kidding me? I just would have locked the door. I would have been like, you just ain't filming this season. You just ain't going to get paid for this season, this particular episode.
Yeah.
I want to read this. Kenya says this. Kenya says this. How can Porsha talk about Marlo being a felon because she's been in jail a couple of times, but not prison? But PW been to jail a couple of times, so I guess she a felon as well. And Nene,
that's what I said. She's a felon too. Boom. She has a mugshot.
I don't know. Look, I don't know. Was that a felony that she got when she got? I don't know. Look, I don't want this to be a Porsha bashing session. I still Porsha. I think she's still going to be coming back for another season. They're playing games with us. She will be back. They're going to shake up the cast. I don't think it's a guarantee that Drew will be back, because I believe they are considering all their options in regards to her contract. Just saying. I'll pay attention to this. Natalie, thank you so much. Next year's gift should require a receipt to prove the value of the gift.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the super chat, Natalie. You're always supporting the channel. I mean,
a nice gift receipt just in case it doesn't fit my wrist for the bracelets or something. I think a gift receipt is appropriate.
Very true. It's true. Yeah. I didn't like how, and I said this on Sunday when we were reviewing the Real Housewives of Atlanta's episode. I felt like the way that Porsha was shading Cynthia's gift was very disrespectful. First of all, she's giving you a gift and she's hosting this party and providing food.
Exactly. A lot of food.
And she wrapped food for her mom. She took food for her mom.
She has nerve.
To my mom. She has some nerve. She wants to act classy, but she's not. Come on. And I'm not bashing her.
They're all new money. Look, they're all new money.
Anything is better than that Amazon wig that Drew had.
Oh, the cat wig.
Yeah.
That was so just tacky.
$1,000 wig. You got that from Amazon.
In all fairness to Drew, she did say on Watch What Happens Live that was one of her regrets. Everything else she didn't really regret, but she did regret bringing that as a gift and not bringing an additional actual gift. That's what she said on Watch What Happens Live.
Well, it's very convenient for her to regret something that saved her some money. Oh yeah, the thing that saved her money, I will regret. But like
she said, it was $1,000 wig.
There's no way. She said she gets her hair done by the
Let's be real.
She said from Amazon. You can get wigs on Amazon?
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Same J.
And it was synthetic, mind you, not even real hair.
Oh my God.
I'm sure it would have looked really good on
Kenya
Cynthia.
more hair care. I use Kenya more hair care. By
Here you go. Oh, you do?
Me too.
Yes, I do.
You are really Team Twirl.
No, it's not. It's good. The smell
Oh,
is great.
No, wait. I want to hear more about this. Is it actually a good product? Because you remember the first time it was introduced to us, it was water.
Shamea was drinking it out.
Prototype. See, that's the thing. They prove themselves. They contradict themselves. They say they're all for like empowering women, a black woman, but then but not Kenya's business. They're gonna shade Kenya's business.
I mean, that was a funny moment, though.
No, but still, even now, like when she says like she doesn't want the disagreement to come on the show about Black Lives Matter, her and Kandi, she's being strategic because she knows that Kandi is the force to be reckoned with. In the meantime, she bashes Kenya every time she breathes. Yeah, the products are great. I'm
like, can we refocus? I want to know about the products because I don't think I've ever heard like someone talk about Kenya Moore hair care. What do you like about
Sally? I like it that I can find it in Sally. It's a real business. It's not like every hue that I never saw.
Every hue was a real business. It's just now liquidated, allegedly.
Okay. Well, Kenya's is not liquidated. Isn't Sally? I go there and I get it. I got the mask and I got the
Kenya's hair care is in Sally.
I use the mask and the serum too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I put the serum today.
I use the mask and the serum as well.
Yeah, see?
See, look, y'all see why I don't have Kenya Moore hair care. That's why I'm fascinated. I'm like, but no, it's kind of cool to hear. Okay, so Saint J, you've used the product as well.
Yes, I'm currently using it to grow facial hair.
Look, her hair is cute. I see
facial hair?
Yeah, I use it on my head too, but I've been using it to grow facial hair, and it's been.
And your hair looks very good.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have to try it.
Yeah, do try. Listen, it's the thinnest of. Listen, I'm not paid by Monique, and I'm not paid by Tanya.
That should be your new name. That should be your new name.
I have the receipts when I bought Kenya's products. I really did, and I messaged her.
I believe you.
I find your products, and she replied to me when she said, "Sally, I went." Yeah. So it's a real product.
Replying to people.
And this is why I like her, because like her product didn't mess up my hair. I have good. Like, the only thing I have going for me is my hair. Today I didn't do my hair. I left it curly because I did my.
I want to point out this comment. You bash Kenya, yet you always stop people from speaking the truth about Porsha. What? Have you just joined the chat?
No. Well,
Mary, you're Team Twirl.
I'm Team Twirl. Team Twirl.
I don't know why I give people light, but I'm just like. We just literally carried Porsha through the dirt just now, and okay, whatever. Look, everyone's gonna have an opinion, y'all. You're not gonna satisfy everyone, so don't care.
I don't care.
Don't care.
Don't care.
Okay, I want to wrap this up just a little bit. Thank you all for being here. I'm just going to go starting with Lonnie around the room just to reflect back on Latoya Speak On It interview. I don't know if everyone's seen Drew on Watch What Happens Live, or just to see, or whatever's on your mind. Lonnie?
I didn't see Drew on Watch What Happens Live because she's just not entertaining, or I don't really care what she has to say, so I just deleted it. On my DVR. As far as Latoya, I mean, she's gonna speak what she feels and thinks good for her. I think it keeps her, I don't want to say relevant, but I think it keeps people interested, and I think it will keep people wanting to see more of her on Atlanta and for us to see her more. So I was glad that she went on Kandi's show. I'm looking forward to the reunion. I hope that it brings it. If it doesn't, I am going to literally be upset. I'm going to be very upset, but I really do think that there's going to be some really good highlight points about the reunion. So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, given the pandemic, I think it was a good season.
Oh, I mean, that's fair. I mean, you're probably one of the few people that have said that, and I agree with you.
I agree.
There was a lot of start. Right. And there was a lot of gaps because even Andy said there was weeks and weeks and weeks that they had to stop production, then restart, then stop and start. So given that situation, they were still able to come with a season. But I am interested to know who her husband was sleeping with in Tampa, because let's all be real, he was sleeping with somebody.
Andy does ask. Also,
well, she definitely doesn't answer.
Just speaking. Well, yeah, he asked Ralph directly. Just speaking of reunions, the Real Housewives of New Jersey reunion happened. I dropped a little quick video, part of the Kempire Daily short, so check that out. Talking about a little tea that we heard in regards to what happened and what was asked at the Real Housewives of New Jersey reunion. So check that out.
I heard.
Jay, I want to talk. What were your overall thoughts of the season? Speak on it. Drew, anything that you want to talk about just to round this out?
Okay, so on the speak on it, I think that Latoya did really good damage control, because originally Kandi said Latoya could not come after standing her up multiple times. Mm-hmm. So Latoya got on that speak on it. She acted like she had a complete leveled head.
Did she?
She did.
I
felt compared to the way we've seen her act, she definitely brought it real evened out.
Well, and she was sober, so
yeah.
I like Latoya. I'm playing.
I think that I personally heard that Kenya and Porsha dogged her out at the reunion, so I was confused when she was saying her and Kenya are really close. But sure, I guess she's just going to take it on the chin if that means another season.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the season, I mean, it was COVID. None of the shows I've watched that filmed during COVID really gave what they usually give.
Mm.
So, I mean, there's that. Like, it's kind of like it affected
all
New
Jersey.
Yeah, Jersey. I mean, but Jersey didn't really. I would have never known they were in COVID, except the few moments where you kind of see like them pan over to somebody that's not in the group in a mask. Yeah.
True.
Very good point.
This is why I'm confined in my house, because of that.
Miriam. Oh wait, are you done, St. J?
And I want Porsha to not play herself into Nene's shoes, and I think that Porsha is really like steaming towards being like a Nene Jr., and I don't think that that's the road she should want to take herself.
Wrong road.
I totally agree.
Frankie J says allegedly the storyline about Ralph going to Tampa is fake. Really? Girl, if that was a fake storyline, that was the wrong road too.
Yeah, that may be Drew's version of damage control. Oh, that wasn't true.
Shout out to my girl Brooke, the Brooke Ashley. You guys can make sure you follow and support her. We were on a panel together and we had a great conversation. Brooke, you're gonna have to come on this channel one day and talk about some of the same shows that we talk about. We got to do that. Miriam, Prophet Forever.
Yeah,
thoughts
Prophet
on
Forever.
the speak on it, because you watched it immediately as it was dropped. You watched it, and Drew.
Yeah. Listen, that Sunday night made me appreciate all YouTubers like to the next level, because I watched Atlanta, I watched Married to Medicine, speak on it, and watch what happens live. And then when I watched your recap and I saw you and Danielle saying, "Oh, she's gonna show up about me," and I'm like, I couldn't, because it was. Listen,
I understand.
Kandi to bring Latoya, she knew who was the guest and watch what happens live. So just put the juxtaposition of Porsha trying to save Drew and Kandi bringing Latoya to her show. It was such night and day. Because Drew just proved the point that she lied, and Latoya was extremely likable. And she said something about Kenya. She said Kenya is a true friend, and we saw that on camera twice. Kenya, like when in New Orleans, when she left, Kenya went outside to check on her, and then she came back to finish the job and say, "Porsha." And on the Friends Mess party, she went outside and she made sure she got her in the car and she was safe. So there is a lot to be said about that. So people who vilify Kenya just to vilify her, she knows she's the villain, she has to stir the pot. But I feel like she really has a big heart there. she's not like, I still this day, I don't understand the fallout again between her and Porsha after they had that play date. Did we forget how Porsha tried to make her have a fight with who gave her
Eva?
Eva? Yeah. So Porsha, she's like, she wants to keep, she wants to isolate Kenya. And when she couldn't do that, when Kenya was able to make amends with Marlo, this is when she turned on Marlo. I need someone to send the humble pie to Porsha.
Oh.
Because I want her to stay in the show. I really want. But if she keeps doing that, I'm gonna tell her, wrong road, wrong road.
The Brooke Ashley, Brooke Ashley commented, the season was a raggedy mess and Drew needed to be cursed the F out for that broke gift.
Oh God.
Jen wants to know what happened to Falynn. Is it true she's divorcing? I mean, we heard that they unfollowed each other on social media. We don't know. Latoya said she's been kicked out the kingdom. I don't know. I'm not that interested in Falynn. I know a lot of people are saying they probably want Falynn to come next year as a friend of or a peach holder. Based on what I've seen, even in interviews, I'm not that interested. Sorry, Falynn.
Kenya said she deserves a peach.
I know, and I don't know if I trust Kenya in that regard. Have you seen Kenya's produced movies? Joking. I'm joking. Have
they still sent out a search party for Tanya?
Oh, damn. I wonder if they're going to mention it during the reunion.
She declined to come. They invited.
I know, but I wonder if they're going to, bring her up at all.
I mean, I feel like they have to glaze into, well, you and Tanya were in the room, so what were you guys doing? Like, I feel like that is a big part of that story.
They were braiding each other's hair.
She outed
and
herself.
Bolo's too.
Down there.
Exactly. How dumb can you be?
I kind of feel like she went like sister act. Like, is she hiding at a convent? Like,
no.
She just
Tanya is all over
social media.
She's all over social media, but she is trying to be, everything else but a part of the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
She's doing when someone wants to prove that they're not gay and it gives the idea that they're gay, she's showing us how busy she is to make us forget about Bolo, but we don't forget about Bolo.
I'm sure people still comment on, girl, were you with Bolo? Look.
If he smashed the hot box, let it be. So what?
Yeah,
you got it in.
I think we would have respected. We would have respected Tanya more if she just came to the show and just did the show and was like, whatever. Like, I don't care what you're thinking. Nothing happened. I don't care. But
Did you hear what Lonnie said?
No, what did I say?
He got it in.
And you are.
I kind of feel bad for it. Last season she had the cookie lady. This year now she's got, the Bolo.
Yeah, but here's the thing: the cookie lady wasn't her fault. She played herself into the Bolo thing.
That cookie lady storyline was crap too. I'm sorry, that was crap. This Bolo situation was more of a solid storyline than the cookie lady. I'm sorry. Our girl Beaumont says, Porsha admitted last night on Watch What Happens Live, her and Tanya are not as close as they used to be. I bet not. Because Tanya was like, you know what? You got me all up on this damn show, spread wide, and now all my business is out there. So I don't blame her. True. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for calling in and sharing your thoughts. Thank you, Prophet Forever, a.k.a. Miriam. Thank you, St. J. Thank you, Lonnie. I appreciate all of you being here.
Thank you for
Bye, guys.
It's always fun.
Lo.
You know what? I can't. Everyone, the 97 people in the room, like this video if you haven't liked it already. Wherever you're watching this video, like the video, share the video. For those that are watching this video afterwards, be sure to check out the links in the description, like our podcast. A new episode will be available tomorrow. And of course, all the entertainment talk that you love will be available every Friday on TheKempire, on the Kempire Radio Network, on all podcast platforms. And of course, check out the new content. We posted several new videos with some tea that you want to know about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and the Real Housewives of New Jersey reunion. all of that. So make sure you follow me on all my social media. Everything is at TheKempire. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Thank you to my moderators that were holding it down in the chat. I appreciate everyone so much. And look, stay tuned. Hit that notification bell because you never know. I might go live tomorrow with some breaking news, or I might post something that you're interested in because I have some stuff that I want to talk about in regards to the Real Housewives of Potomac. I have some thoughts on what Bravo thinks in regards to this franchise in this particular city. We're going to talk all about that. Thank you so much for tuning in for this episode. I appreciate you guys so very much. And as always, be well, stay well, and thank you to everyone in the chat. I appreciate you guys as well for joining in the conversation. That helps with the engagement. And if you disagreed with our panel, or if you disagreed with me, you thought I was Team Porsha, or you thought I was Team Kenya, say it in the comment section. Maybe I'll respond. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful night.